And the Bible is very clear that pride is what produces anger in our lives. Pride produces contention and anger. And so here we see Naaman becoming very angry, controlled by his pride. You see pride all throughout the story. And then he begins to rationalize his disobedience by saying, I'm not going to do what the prophet said I was to do. I'm not going to go down to the Jordan River. Actually, the rivers in Damascus, Syria, they're way better than any rivers in Israel. Why should I go to the Jordan River when we have two rivers in Syria that are much better? And so you see this process. He's about to miss his moment. He's about to miss his moment because he has the wrong set of expectations. He's about to miss his moment because pride is at work in his life. He's about to miss his moment because he's rationalizing his disobedience. But he finally does the right thing at the insistence of his servants. And he finally humbles himself and he obeys and he goes down and he dips himself 7 times in the Jordan River and he receives his healing. The Bible says that his flesh was restored and became clean like that of a young boy. What do we see in this story? Naaman is struggling to do what you and I have to do in our lives as well, and what we struggle with often in our lives. He's struggling to surrender to God. He's struggling to live life God's way. See, your greatest enemy, the greatest enemy in your life that can cause you to miss your moment is not somebody else, it's you. I talked about this a couple of weekends ago, or maybe it was last weekend, I can't recall exactly when I spoke of this, but to always remember that there's only one person that can get you out of God's will for your life. And that one person is you. That one person is me. And Naaman is about to step out of God's will for his life because he's not willing to submit himself to the plan and purpose and ways of God, and he's not willing to surrender. And our biggest enemy when it comes to missing moments in life is not somebody else, it is us. And if we're not careful, we can take ourselves out of the blessing of the moment that God has in store for us. Because we have to oftentimes have a will that is stubborn and resistant and strong, and that's the very thing that will cause you to miss your moment in life. Stubbornness and pride and resistance and an unwillingness to surrender yourself to God, that's the very thing that will cause each one of us to miss these critical moments. And the solution to whatever you're going through in your life right now, as it was for Naaman, the solution for you and for me is this. It's found by humbling ourselves before God and just simply doing what He says to do. Simply doing what He says.